Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Carleen Henry Morton, CEO of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, Raquel Brown, Chairman of the Board of Directors of the SKTA, Nick Menon, Greg Phillip, the CEO of the Nevis Tourism Authority, Marcellus Phillip, the acting CEO of SCASPA, board members of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, staff of the Ministry of Tourism, members of the media, stakeholders, participants, to you all a very good morning. I want to first of all thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be with us here today. I want to particularly thank the members of the private sector for joining us today. In today's competitive environment, our success as a destination will depend on everyone's efforts, and especially private-public sector partnerships. Therefore, I wish to applaud you for making the time out and the effort to be with us here today. I know this meeting is about our goals and our objectives for 2016. But before we start talking about the future, I want to give you a benchmark where we are as of the first 3 quarters of 2015. St. Kitts thus far has enjoyed significant growth in our arrivals during the first 3 quarters of 2015, that's January to September. And compared to the same period last year, system-wide air passenger arrivals were up 7.3%. Air arrivals from North America, which is our largest source market, were up by 6.2%, primarily due to the increased airlift on Delta and growth in the usage of seaborne. Our UK arrivals are up 7.7%, due primarily to the strength of our Saturday BA flight. In our most recent airport exit survey, conducted in March of 2015, the average per person per day expenditure on island for the US market increased by some 20% to $182 per person per day. The exit survey data also indicated the growth in on-island expenditures was concurrent with growth among visitors in the region of over 200,000 income category, which grew from 22% of the total visitors last year to 32% this year. These data indicate our strategy to seek a visitor with a more discerning and discretionary income is bearing fruit. As a result of our partnership with Departures magazine, we saw an increase in the total spend of American Express Platinum and Black Card holders in St. Kitts and in Nevis from US $22.4 million to $23.5 million. Delta's extended service from 3 months seasonal service last year to its year-round service this year has seen a positive impact on arrivals. A contract was completed with United Airlines to initiate non-stop Saturday service in peak season from their Newark hub into St. Kitts. The inaugural flight, as you may very well know, is on December the 19th, 2015. By the end of 2015, with the completion of phase 1 of Kitishan Hill, the room inventory is projected to be increased by some 216 rooms. Broken down, Kitishan Hill 112, the Ocean Terrace Inn 54, and the Royal St. Kitts 50. Ivory Fields at Kitishan Hill now has 9 holes open. And it was only just yesterday we were told by Christoph Harbour that the golf course is on track for 2017, and it's one of their priorities. And certainly we welcome that. And I know our golf expert is here in the room today, and I'm certain he welcomed that news yesterday. According to the BREA study findings, onshore visits of cruise passengers and crew contributed a total of $84.3 million to the economy last year in direct cruise tourism expenditure into the St. Kitts economy. Cruise visitors to St. Kitts registered an average per passenger expenditure of US $111.30, a figure which exceeds the average in the Caribbean of 103.83, actually for all 35 destinations under survey. Business Insider has ranked St. Kitts and Nevis number 14 on the list of the 50 travel destinations that will be huge in the next 10 years, and number 8 on the list of the 25 best Caribbean islands by Business Insider. I think these statistics augur well for the state of our industry. What do we hope to achieve for 2016? And I think that's part of the reason why we're here. Earlier this year, we announced an agreement with the Embassy Suites to build a 226-suite hotel by the first quarter of 2017, making 3 of the top US brands, the Marriott, the Park Hyatt, and the Hilton, with properties planned or in place on island. The cruise market will hit the 1.1 million passenger mark this season. And in fact, we would welcome that passenger on the Carnival Fascination on July the 22nd of 2016 if the calls stay on schedule. Phase 1 of the Koi project is scheduled to be opened with 80 rooms in February of 2017. Phase 1 of the Park Hyatt is scheduled to open with 134 rooms in or about September of 2016. My pet baby is this one. And I would hope that before the end of 2016, I will bring to the stakeholders of St. Kitts and Nevis and the wider region our School of Excellence to train our people in all facets of the industry in top-class service. Because I believe if we are saying we are going high-end, we must give our discerning visitor high-end service. And so therefore the thrust of the Ministry of Tourism, in keeping with our thrust in high-end tourism, must be to deliver first-class, world-class service to our visitors. And therefore, on that note, It cannot be business as usual. The days of business as usual are over. We are in a competitive environment. We are in a competitive industry. And the cream must rise to the top. And so St. Kitts and Nevis must shine not only in the region, but in the global marketplace. And so that, therefore, our challenge, your challenge, is to ensure that whatever stakeholder you are, we deliver the best quality of service to our very discerning visitor. I would like to see us grow stay-over visitors. And I pause on that note. My team will indicate to you that over the next 5 years, my focus is not on cruise tourism. My focus is on stay-over tourism to drive the numbers through the roof with your help. I believe we have the products coming on stream, and so it is for us now to pool our resources, collaborate, and in one effort, ensure that the numbers come home. Right now, we have 105,000 stay-over visitors per year. I don't like that number. I don't know if you do. But I believe the aim should be, over the next 12 months, to grow that figure by 10%, which I believe is conservative. And so that's the benchmark for us, to arrive at 115 passengers in terms of stay-over visitors. Our efforts to build a brand new second-pier cruise facility to enhance the visitor experience is well on the way. And it is hopeful, and we are hopeful, that we will deliver for the next cruise season, that's 2016-2017, a brand new cruise facility. We have begun to reorganize and recalibrate the visitor experience at Port Zante. Of course, not without a little turbulence. But I would wish to tell you this morning that we will not retreat from what we believe is best for the industry. We are also intending to refurbish the Pelican Mall. We are intending also to do upgrades at the Amina Craft Market. We also have on South Friars Bed, Frigate Bay, we have a coastal erosion mitigation project on stream for the next budgetary year. We know the tremendous difficulties that the beaches are suffering now with erosion, and so there is a plan in place to ensure that we mitigate the loss or the losses at the beaches. We will begin work on 6 new initiatives to improve and enhance our historical sites, not only around Basseterre, but around the island in general. I've had discussions already with the chairman of the board. We are going within very short order, within the next 2 weeks, I believe. We are going to do some work on our iconic circus clock. We are going to refurbish that and ensure that the clock is again working. We are going to do work on the 2 fountains that are in the Basseterre region, one in the square and one on 4th Street. We are also going, in conjunction with the building owners around Basseterre, to try to improve the building stock around Basseterre. That's 1. 2, we have the Ridge to Reef project, which is the Keon River watershed project. That's the old cotton ginnery in Spooners. Over the next 12 months, we are going to enhance that project to make it an additional site for visitors coming to St. Kitts. There is the abandoned old sugar railway project. We have done some work on that, in that we are carving out a new site, a new attraction for our visitors. We have the Eco Park, which the government is slated to take over come December 2016. We have much work on that to do. We have the Black Rocks project, which has been stagnant for some time. We intend to do some serious work on that to ensure it is at a level that is commensurate with the experience that we want to give our visitors. Ferry terminal, very disappointing for us. And that we are going to do some work on to enhance that particular area. We have a large project which will begin early next year and which will continue into 2017, which is the enhancement of the strip at Frigate Bay and the beach replenishment. We are going to put in a boardwalk at the strip. We are going to put in roads. We are going to enhance the marsh areas. We are going to develop some restaurants around the pond. It's a magnificent project. A project that is costing the government somewhere in the region of $7 million. And it's going to be a beauty, I believe, when completed. I'm excited about what the Ministry of Tourism, along with the Tourism Authority, can and will deliver over the next 12 months. However, we need the involvement and the participation of the private sector. Collaboration and cooperation will be the watchword and the order of 2016. We need to engage each other more. We need to discuss the challenges facing the industry in a practical way. Find the solutions to the challenges. This industry, the tourism industry, is the economic driver in St. Kitts and Nevis, and hence we must give it the care and the attention that it deserves. We must ensure that we improve on our performances in every facet of the industry year over year. If this industry succeeds and performs and outstrips its goals, it means by extension that the country and you would be in a better position. The ministry must ensure that there is dialogue with the HTA. The HTA needs to dialogue with the NTA. Both of them need at some time to dialogue on a federal level. And of course, the Ministry of Tourism in Nevis must dialogue with the Ministry of Tourism in St. Kitts. I must tell you, we are in a better place now to ensure that that happens. We have to ensure that all stakeholders are well informed on what is happening and what is not happening. Constant dialogue with the vendors, the craft persons, the aloe vendors, the primate vendors, shopkeepers, tour operators, taxis, drivers is absolutely necessary if we are to position ourselves in this global marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the right track to continue to derive economic benefits from our tourism sector, which is the primary driver of this economy. We have worked hard to get to where we are, and I'm asking you to work even harder over the next 2 days and the upcoming months as we set our goals and chart our course for the next year. Thank you very much.